Every year, millions of people around the world receive a cancer diagnosis. The number is staggering, with over 18 million new cases reported annually. This reality has led many of us to look for ways to protect our health. We are paying more attention to what we eat, how much we move, and the daily habits that shape our lives. There is a growing curiosity about natural approaches that can support our well-being. People want to know if simple changes, like drinking a cup of tea, can make a real difference in the long run. This interest is not about finding a magical cure, but about empowering ourselves with knowledge to lead healthier lives. This search for wellness has turned a spotlight onto traditional remedies and plant-based foods. For centuries, cultures across the globe have used herbs and spices for their health benefits. Today, science is beginning to explore these ancient practices with modern research tools. We are learning more about the special compounds found in plants and how they might interact with our bodies. This new wave of scientific discovery is incredibly exciting. It helps us understand the potential benefits of things we might already have in our kitchens, like herbal teas. The goal is to build a bridge between age-old wisdom and current scientific evidence. Herbal teas in particular have captured our collective imagination. They are simple to prepare, comforting to drink, and come in an amazing variety of flavors. Many of these teas are packed with compounds called antioxidants. These are tiny defenders that help protect our cells from damage. The damage, often called oxidative stress, is linked to aging and many chronic diseases, including cancer. By exploring which teas have the most promising research behind them, we can make informed choices about what we drink each day. It's a small step that could be part of a larger strategy for maintaining good health and preventing illness. It is important to remember that this journey into natural health is about partnership. It's about combining the best of what nature offers with the guidance of medical experts. As we explore the potential of these herbal teas, we must do so with a clear mind. These drinks are meant to complement a healthy lifestyle and support conventional medical care, not replace it. Think of them as one of many tools in your wellness toolkit. The information we will explore is based on recent scientific studies, offering a fascinating glimpse into how a simple cup of tea might contribute to your overall health and resilience against disease. Before we dive into specific teas, let's be perfectly clear about their role. No single food or drink can prevent or cure cancer. A diagnosis and treatment plan should always be managed by qualified healthcare professionals. Doctors, oncologists, and dietitians are your primary source of guidance. The information presented here is for educational purposes. It is meant to show you how certain teas can be part of a balanced, health-conscious lifestyle. Think of it as adding another layer of support to your body's natural defenses. These teas are not medicine, but they can be a wonderful and potentially beneficial part of your daily routine. A healthy lifestyle is a puzzle made of many pieces. Regular exercise, a balanced diet rich in fruits and vegetables, and avoiding smoking are the cornerstones of cancer prevention. Drinking herbal teas can fit beautifully into this picture. They are a hydrating, often calorie-free alternative to sugary drinks. Many teas contain plant compounds like polyphenols and flavonoids, which scientists are studying for their health-promoting properties. Integrating these beverages into your day can be a simple and enjoyable way to enhance your diet. It is about making small, sustainable changes that add up over time to support your long-term wellness. The studies we will look at are promising, but they are often just the beginning. Much of the research is done in laboratories using cell cultures or animal models. These are called preclinical studies. They give scientists clues about how a substance might work, but they don't always translate directly to humans. Human clinical trials are the next step, and they take a long time. So, while a 2024 study on cancer cells is exciting, it is a stepping stone, not a final conclusion. It is important to keep this context in mind as we explore the science behind each cup. So, how should you approach this information? With curiosity and caution. Use it to become more aware of the potential in your pantry. Enjoy these teas for their warmth, flavor, and the comforting ritual of brewing them. But always, and I cannot stress this enough, speak with your doctor or a registered dietitian before making any significant changes to your diet, especially if you have an existing health condition or are undergoing medical treatment. They can help you understand if these teas are safe and appropriate for you, ensuring your health choices are both informed and wise. Let's begin with a vibrant and tangy tea hibiscus. This beautiful red brew is becoming very popular, and for good reason. Recent research is shedding light on its potential health benefits. A 2024 study published in Scientific Reports looked at an extract from a type of hibiscus. Scientists found it could help stop the growth of lung cancer cells in a lab setting. It seemed to do this by telling the cancer cells to self-destruct, a process known as apoptosis. To enjoy it, you can steep 1 or 2 bags of hibiscus tea in hot water for about 5 to 10 minutes. It's delicious both hot and iced. Next, we have a classic remedy for relaxation, chamomile tea. Many of us reach for a cup to help us unwind or sleep better. But science suggests its benefits might go further. A major review of 18 different studies was published in 2023. It found that chamomile helped patients undergoing cancer treatment. It seemed to reduce side effects like mouth sores and skin problems, while also improving appetite and overall quality of life. While the researchers said more studies are needed, the findings are encouraging. For a soothing cup, steep a chamomile tea bag for about 5 minutes. 1 to 2 cups a day is a common suggestion. Let's move on to a spicy and warming favorite, ginger tea. Ginger has long been used to soothe upset stomachs, but its properties are now being studied in the context of cancer. A 2024 study explored how ginger affected ovarian cancer cells in the laboratory. The research, published in BMC Complementary Medicine and Therapies, found that ginger could inhibit the cancer cells from invading nearby tissues. It appeared to interfere with the pathways that help cancer cells move and stick. Making ginger tea is easy. Simply slice a few pieces of fresh ginger root and let them steep in hot water for about 10 minutes. These 3 teas, hibiscus, chamomile and ginger, are excellent examples of how common plants are being re-examined by science. They are readily available, easy to prepare, and offer a comforting experience. The research into their specific compounds, whether it's the antioxidants in hibiscus or the active molecules in ginger, points towards a future where diet plays an even more recognized role in supporting our health. As always, enjoy them as part of a varied and balanced diet, and remember they are helpers, not miracle workers, on your journey to wellness. Oolong tea sits somewhere between green and black tea in terms of how it's processed. This unique position gives it a special blend of compounds. A 2024 paper highlighted that oolong is rich in catechins and polyphenols. These are powerful antioxidants that help protect our bodies from damage caused by unstable molecules called free radicals. The research suggests these compounds can help reduce this damaging oxidative stress, slow down the growth of cancer cells, and encourage them to die off naturally. To get the most from its antioxidants, enjoy 2 to 3 cups per day between meals. Black tea is one of the most popular drinks in the world, especially here in Britain. It's more than just a comforting morning ritual, it may also have protective qualities. A 2024 study published in Oncology and Radiotherapy looked at its effects. Researchers found that regular black tea consumption was linked to a significant reduction in tumor growth in animal studies. This powerful effect was credited to compounds called theaflavins, which are formed during the fermentation process that gives black tea its dark color. These theaflavins are thought to activate detoxifying enzymes and trigger cell death in various cancer cell lines, including prostate, lung, and colon. Matcha is a special type of powdered green tea that has gained immense popularity. When you drink matcha, you are consuming the entire tea leaf, which means you get a more concentrated dose of its nutrients. It is particularly rich in a catechin called EGCG. A 2023 study published in the Archives of Gynecology and Obstetrics investigated matcha's effects on breast cancer cells. The research found that matcha extract made the cancer cells less viable and seemed to interfere with their estrogen receptors. This suggests it could play a role in slowing down hormone-responsive breast cancers. 1 cup per day, made by whisking about half a teaspoon of powder in hot water, is a good place to start. These 3 teas, oolong, black, and matcha, all come from the same plant, Camellia sinensis. The differences in their processing create unique chemical profiles and potential health benefits. From the radical fighting power of oolong to the theaflavins in black tea and the concentrated EGCG in matcha, science is confirming that our classic cuppas may be doing more for us than we thought. They offer a simple, enjoyable way to incorporate powerful plant compounds into our daily routine, supporting our overall strategy for a long and healthy life. You know, many of us see dandelions as just common garden weeds, but they actually have a really long history in traditional medicine. And, well, modern science is now taking a much closer look at the humble dandelion root. There was this fascinating 2024 study published in that focused on colorectal cancer cells. The research showed that dandelion root extract could actually stop these cancer cells from thriving. It seemed to work by blocking specific pathways that are linked to inflammation and cancer progression. For those of you interested in trying it, dandelion root tea can be made by steeping 1 to 2 teaspoons of the dried root in hot water for about 10 minutes. Now, milk thistle is another plant that's long been valued for its supposed liver-protecting properties. The key active compound in milk thistle is called silymarin. A 2025 study actually highlighted silymarin's potential in cancer prevention. The research suggests that silymarin can do a few things. It can encourage malignant cells to undergo apoptosis, which is basically programmed death. It can stop tumors from creating their own blood supply, and it can interfere with the signals that tell cancer cells to grow. To make milk thistle tea, you can just steep about a teaspoon of crushed seeds for 10 to 15 minutes. Thyme is a familiar herb we often use to flavor our cooking, but it can also be brewed into a really fragrant tea. It contains a powerful compound called thymol. Research has shown that thymol can trigger cell death and halt the growth of both colorectal and breast cancer cells in laboratory settings. Thyme also contains other beneficial compounds like luteolin and apigenin, which are flavonoids that can interfere with the communication signals between cancer cells. Brewing thyme tea is simple. Just steep 1 or 2 teaspoons of dried thyme leaves in hot water for 5 to 10 minutes. So these 3 teas from the garden and field dandelion, milk thistle and thyme remind us that potential health benefits can be found in the most unexpected places. From a common weed to a prickly plant and a kitchen herb, nature really does offer a wealth of compounds that scientists are only just beginning to fully understand. Including these brews in your diet could be a gentle way to support your body's complex systems. But as with all herbal remedies, it's wise to start slowly and consult a healthcare professional, especially if you are taking other medications. Licorice root tea has a distinct sweet flavor that many people enjoy. It's been a staple in traditional Chinese medicine for centuries, you know. Modern research is now exploring the science behind its use. For example, a 2023 review in Frontiers in Pharmacology noted that a compound in licorice called glyceric acid has both anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. Since inflammation is a process that can sometimes contribute to the development of cancer, controlling it becomes really important. Another study looked at a different compound, liquiritigenin, for its effects on cellular processes. But when drinking licorice root tea, caution is needed. Too much can raise blood pressure, so it's best to stick to just 1 cup a day. Now, moving from roots to fungi, let's explore reishi mushroom tea. Often called the mushroom of immortality, reishi has been revered in Eastern medicine for its health-supporting properties. It contains unique compounds like beta-glucans and triterpenoids, which, are believed to enhance the body's own immune defenses. A 2023 study looked at a product derived from reishi mushrooms, and in this animal study, it was found to reduce lung toxicity and tumor development in mice that had been exposed to tobacco carcinogens. This suggests it may help protect the body from certain environmental harms. Preparing the tea involves simmering dried reishi slices for at least 30 minutes to extract those beneficial compounds. The science behind these 2 teas really highlights the diversity of natural sources being investigated for cancer-fighting properties. Licorice root contains compounds that may help manage inflammation, a key factor in many chronic diseases. But it also serves as a good reminder that even natural products must be used responsibly, as excessive consumption can have side effects. Moderation is key, and anyone with high blood pressure should be particularly careful and speak to their doctor before trying licorice root tea. It's a good reminder that natural does not always mean it's safe for everyone in any quantity. Reishi mushroom, on the other hand, points to the power of our immune system. The research suggests that its compounds don't attack cancer cells directly, but rather support our body's own ability to fight them off. This is a fascinating area of research known as immunotherapy. Drinking reishi tea could be seen as a way to nourish your internal defense system. Both licorice root and reishi mushroom teas offer a glimpse into ancient traditions that are now being validated by modern scientific inquiry, expanding our understanding of how we can proactively care for our health. Let's travel to warmer climates to explore Moringa tea, sometimes called the drumstick tree or miracle tree. The leaves of the Moringa tree are incredibly nutritious. They're packed with antioxidants like quercetin and camphorol. A recent 2024 study looked at the oil from Moringa seeds. Published in the Beni Suef University Journal of Basic and Applied Sciences, the research found that the seed oil had a significant toxic effect on oral squamous cell carcinoma lines in the lab. It stopped the cancer cells from growing and spreading. You can make Moringa tea by steeping 1 to 2 teaspoons of the dried leaves in hot water for about 5 to 10 minutes. Another tea from the tropics garnering attention is soursop leaf tea. Soursop, also known as graviola, is a fruit, but its leaves are used to make a medicinal brew. The leaves contain unique compounds called acetogenins. A 2024 study in the Journal of Nutrition investigated these compounds and showed that acetogenins had a cytotoxic effect on melanoma cells, which means they were toxic to them. Interestingly, they appeared to trigger apoptosis, cell death, in the cancer cells without harming the healthy cells around them, at least in the lab setting. To prepare it, you can steep 2 or 3 dried soursop leaves in a cup of hot water for about 10 minutes. The research into these exotic plants is particularly exciting because it introduces us to new and powerful compounds. Moringa's potential seems to lie in its broad nutritional profile and the specific anti-proliferative effects of its seed oil. It highlights how different parts of a single plant can have different properties. The leaves provide general antioxidant support, while the seeds contain compounds that show more direct action against cancer cells in a laboratory environment. This complexity is what makes botanical research so fascinating and full of potential for new discoveries. Soursop leaf tea's unique acetogenins offer a different but equally compelling story. The idea that a compound could selectively target cancer cells while leaving healthy cells alone is really the holy grail of cancer research. While these studies are still in their early stages and have been conducted in labs, they provide a hopeful direction for future investigation. They encourage scientists to continue exploring the vast biodiversity of our planet for new ways to support human health and combat complex diseases like cancer. As with any less common herbal product, it's especially important to source it from a reputable supplier. Many of us know coriander as a leafy herb or a seed used in cooking, but it may have hidden talents. The seeds can be brewed into a tea, and recent research has explored the potential of the plant's extracts. In a 2023 study in the Clinical Cancer Investigation Journal, an extract from the coriander root, rich in a fatty acid called alpha-linoleniol, was used. The study found that it suppressed the growth and migration of gastric cancer cells in the lab. It did this by interfering with key signaling pathways that cancer cells use to grow and spread. To try it as a tea, you can use a teaspoon of crushed coriander seeds, steeped in hot water. Next, let's look at something we usually throw away: pomegranate peel. While we love the juicy seeds, the peel is actually packed with powerful compounds. A 2023 study published in the journal Antioxidants showed just how potent it can be. The research found that polyphenols from the peel, like punicolagen and ellagic acid, could trigger cell death and stop the cell cycle in cervical cancer cells. This effectively halted their ability to multiply in a laboratory setting. You can make a tea by using about a teaspoon of dried, ground pomegranate peel, steeped in hot water for 5 to 10 minutes. This research into common kitchen ingredients is a wonderful reminder that health benefits can be found in everyday items. Coriander, a staple in cuisines around the world, contains compounds in its roots and seeds that are now showing promise in a scientific context. It encourages us to look at our food not just as fuel, but as a source of active molecules that can interact with our bodies in beneficial ways. The study on gastric cancer cells is a prime example of how scientists are pinpointing the exact mechanisms by which these plant compounds may work. The pomegranate peel study is perhaps even more surprising. It teaches us a lesson about waste and value. What we often discard as inedible can actually be the most concentrated source of protective antioxidants. This concept, known as upcycling, is gaining traction in nutrition. It pushes us to find ways to use the whole plant, unlocking its full potential. Brewing a tea from pomegranate peel is a simple way to practice this, transforming kitchen scraps into a potentially health-boosting beverage and reducing waste at the same time. We have journeyed through a fascinating world of herbal teas, from common kitchen spices to exotic leaves and mushrooms. We have seen how modern science, with studies from 2024 and 2025, is beginning to investigate the ancient wisdom held within these plants. The research points to a variety of promising compounds, antioxidants, polyphenols, and unique molecules that may help inhibit cancer cell growth, reduce inflammation, and support our immune system in laboratory settings. This knowledge is empowering, as it offers us simple, enjoyable ways to be proactive about our well-being every single day. However, it is crucial to place this information in the correct context. These teas are not a substitute for medical treatment or professional health advice. They are really a complementary practice. Think of them as one part of a much larger, more comprehensive strategy for good health. The most effective ways to reduce your cancer risk remain the tried and true methods: eating a diet full of diverse fruits and vegetables, maintaining a healthy weight, being physically active, avoiding tobacco, and limiting alcohol consumption. These are the foundations upon which a healthy life is built. The key takeaway is to embrace a holistic view of health. Enjoy a cup of ginger tea for its warming spice, oolong for its smooth flavor, or chamomile for its calming effect. Appreciate them for the simple pleasure they bring, with the added knowledge that they may also be providing your body with beneficial compounds. Use this information not to self-treat, but to have more informed conversations with your doctor or a registered dietitian. They can help you navigate your health journey safely and effectively, ensuring any new additions to your diet are right for you. Ultimately, taking charge of your health is a proactive and ongoing process. It involves making conscious choices every day. Choosing to brew a cup of herbal tea can be one of those small, positive choices. It's a moment of self-care, a ritual of wellness that is both comforting and potentially beneficial. Continue to stay curious, read emerging research, and always lean on the guidance of healthcare professionals. By combining the best of science, nature, and medicine, you can build a robust and resilient foundation for a long and healthy life. Your body is a miracle, and nature gives us the tools to take care of it. These herbs can help you stay strong, supported, and protected, one sip at a time. Like, share, and subscribe for more natural wellness with Herbal Hugs. See you next time with more herbal love.